Sometimes when writing Python code, our program will have an error. When we try to run the program will immediately crash. This is our fault. However, sometimes we write a program that will ask the user for some input, and the user will not listen to what we want and will input the wrong type of data, and this will cause an error. This is not our fault, so Python includes a way for us to handle these errors that will prevent the program from crashing. This is known as exception handling, and that's what we'll be talking about in this video. Let's begin by opening our text editor. We are going to create a program that asks for a word and then asks for a number. If the user enters the number 2, we will print out the second letter in the word. Let's see how this is done. First, we want to create a variable named word, and we'll set it equal to input. What word would you like to use? Now we're going to type int equals input. What letter would you like to print out? Let's save this now as number.py. Now, the input function will return a string, but because we want this to be an integer, we're going to convert it by putting the entire block of code inside of int with 2 parentheses. This will convert the string into an integer. Now, we want to type try, put a colon, and because we have a colon, we have to indent all the code we want to run after this. So we're going to say print. Now we're going to type word, 2 brackets, and int. Let me explain what this code means before we move on. Word, the 2 brackets, and int will take whatever numbers placed between the 2 brackets and return that character from word. For example, the string hello is comprised of an H, E, L, L, and O. H is in the 0 spot, E is in the 1 spot, L is in the 2 spot, L is in the 3 spot, and O is in the 4 spot. It's important that you know we start counting by 0. So if the user inputs 2, we want to return the second letter. However, the second letter is in the 1 spot, so we have to type int -1. But what if we have a 4-letter word, but our user inputs the number 100? That will throw an index out of bounds exception, and it will cause our program to crash. To prevent that, we put this block of code inside of a try block. If the code inside of the try block crashes, then Python will run whatever we put inside of our exception block. Make sure you spell exception right. Now we can indent again, and we type print index out of bounds. Avoided crashing. And now let's print out the last letter instead. We're going to use a plus sign to concatenate the string, and we're going to type word, 2 brackets, and then we're going to type len, 2 parentheses with word inside, -1. Now what's happening here is len word will return the length of the word based on how many letters it has, and then we'll subtract 1 from that. And that is how we can find the last letter in the word and get it from word. Let's see how this works by opening our terminal and running the program. We need to open our Python course folder, so we'll type cd desktop/Python course. Let's make sure it's there, and it is, so we'll type python3 number.py. Now it says exception is invalid syntax, and that's because we should actually just type except. Now let's save this and run it again, and you can do that by pressing the up arrow and pressing enter. It says, what word do you like to use? I'm going to type hello. Now, what letter would you like to print out? Let's say we want to print out the second. And there it is. It prints out E. Now let's see what happens if we cause the program to crash. Let's run it again. I will use the word hello. And now, what letter would you like to print out? And I'm going to type in 100. Index out of bounds. Avoided crashing. The last letter of the word is O. We accidentally didn't include a space here, so to clean that up, we can type is space. And now if we run this one last time, you'll see it says the last letter of the word is O. Try and accept our two advanced concepts, and they will make you a much better Python programmer. Take some time to practice and really master these concepts.